Good morning, my name is Tom with Home and RV. I'm going to be showing you your new Salem Hemisphere this morning, or your used one. And we'll start with the awning. I have your awning out. It's in nice shape, and if you want to keep it that way, do not put it out in stormy weather. If it's raining or the wind's blowing, bring it in. It's too easy to bring in. It's electric. Just push a button inside and it will come in. So if you're not around the unit, make sure you bring it in. At night, it's a good idea to bring it in. You never know when a storm's going to come up. While we're talking about maintenance, well, your roof membrane is one solid sheet from front to back, side to side. There is a die-core sealant across the front, one across the back. Everything that comes up through the roof has die-core sealant around it. Die-core is a brand name. They make a lot of things for campers. They also make this non-silicone caulking. Do not use any silicone on that roof. It will eat through the membrane. So you want to go up there at least a couple times a year, what we call the begin and end of season. Make sure those die-core seals are not cracking or separating from the membrane. If they are, just wipe off that area. Do not pull that die-core up, but just put new die-core right over top of the old. It will self-seal and keep your roof from having a leak. You have your storage area up front here all the way through with a light and a battery disconnect located here. So come on around. You have storage up front, your spare tire. Your battery is located up here as well. And you have extend or retract button here for your landing gears. You'll use that to get your unit off your tow vehicle. So come on around. Your LP tanks are both full and they're both on right now. This indicator, the screen, shows that there's gas in the tank. When that turns red, you'll know that you're out of gas and that you need to refill that tank. Then you can switch it over to the new tank, or the one that has fuel in it, and it will turn green again and let you know that there's gas in that tank as well. So come on around. You have your service center here, which has city water connection here. Fresh water, if you don't have city water at the campsite, you can hook up to freshwater fill before you get to your campsite and fill it with a hose in this port. There's an onboard pump that will turn on and off and on when you ask for water to be to sink or for flushing the toilet or whatever, the shower. Then that pump will come on, and as soon as you've turned the valve off, it will go off. Once we've winterized your unit, of course, and the bypass valve for the water heater is here. You don't want to put any antifreeze in your water heater. You want to bypass it, take the plug out, and let the antifreeze just be in the lines themselves. So come on around, you do have cable and satellite hookup. You have a sewer dump located underneath the belly here, and in order to dump that sewer, you'll pull the black valve and the gray valve, both in the bathroom, and that gray valve in the back is to your kitchen. So you want to make sure you have a dump hose. It's in the sewer dump located either at your campsite or as you're pulling out. Every campsite, it usually has a dump station. So you can put the hose, it's a bayonet connection, on that valve and put it in a dump septic, and then you'll pull the black first. Your black, of course, is your sewer, your toilet. And then you can pull the gray, and the gray will kind of wash out your hose. And then you can pull the other gray, and it'll do the same thing. So once you've dumped your black tank, and it still shows there's something in it, you could hook a hose up to this and wash out your black tank. It's a good idea to only do that in the event that it shows there's something caught on the sensors, either paper or solid. You do have another maintenance item with your slide outs. This black seal can be treated with a UV protectant that has it's kind of like Armor All. So you do not want to get that on the roof of these slide outs, because it is silicone based and will cause you to have problems with your roofs. So come on around. You have another bathroom in the back and another dump. It'll work the same way. You'll hook a hose up to this, make sure it's in a dump, pull the black first. You need to let both tanks fill up. Do not, if you're at a full hookup, do not leave the valves open thinking it will drain like it does at home. The tanks need to have water in them in order to flush out any solids or paper in the black tank, and then the gray tank to help wash it out. You also have a black tank flush here, and that's for the rear bathroom. A ladder to get to the roof so you can inspect those seals we were talking about. And you have rear stabilizers. You can extend or retract with the push of a button, and you'll do that once you're off your tow vehicle and you've leveled up the unit front to back with the landing gears. And then you can run the stabilizers down just to stabilize the unit. Do not try to jack with them. They're not jacks, so be careful not to do that. You have a nice refrigerator for campsite. It'll only work when you're plugged into 110, so it'll only work at the campsite. It does not work as you're traveling down the road. So you come on around, you have a nice grill, Blackstone grill, and that will plug into a gas connection under here with the hose provided. Nice cabinet space, and there's the hose. So come on around. Your furnace exhaust is here. Good idea to get a screen for that to keep mud daubers and little varmints out. So you can buy that at any RV place. It fits right over top of this and hooks on with a spring on each side. Your speakers are water resistant, not waterproof, so do not spray directly into them when you're washing the unit. They will take rainwater. They'll take you washing the side of the unit down. Just not a direct hit. You have a space here that you could hang a TV outside, hook it to your onboard antenna, and then plug it into your 110 outlet. Now we'll go inside and do the same thing. So we come in, your service panel here will, with the push of a button, show you that there's no water in your fresh tank. Your battery is charging. We're plugged into electric, so it's charging. All your black tanks and gray tanks are empty. When they fill up, it'll look just like your battery does. It'll start lighting up lights as you come in. Water pump. This is only turned on if you do not have city water. So this is the onboard pump I was talking about. Your water heater is located here, and that is your gas water heater, and it has a default light up here that will go out when it lights off with gas. tank heaters are located here, and then your lights are all here. Awning in and out here, we've, as you saw, it was out. We'll make sure it's in before we finish our video. And then the room slide outs are all located here, except for the bedroom, which has its own button in the bedroom. And before we go up there, we'll go around the cabin. Your power panel is here. Your 110 breakers are up here, and then your 12 volts are here. So you'll check here if you have something not working properly. Nice big screen TV, radio, AM, FM, and fireplace that will heat up the unit as you with electric only. Then come on around to your couch. Your couch will make into a bed by simply pulling the pillows off and raising the bottom. It will fold out into a bed, as well as your dinette will make into a bed with taking the legs off the table by pulling the table up and then taking the pipes out. You'll set the table down on the bottom here and then bring the pillows forward to make a bed. The pillows that will make the bed will be here, here, and here. That'll fit on top of the table. Nice sized refrigerator, 14 cubic feet. It's on and working well. With a freezer down below and a crisper. The cooktop lights off by just turning the valve and a sparker, and it will light off. There's a sparker on each one. When you turn the valve, a red light will come on the valve to let you know that there's gas coming out of the unit. You can also light your pilot by pushing it in and hitting the clicker as well, and that will light the pilot, which is located 2/3 back in the middle. Your LP detector is located down here. LP gas is a little heavy, so it will go down and set that off if you have an LP leak. You want to travel with this down to keep it from getting damaged. You have fan and light over top of your cooktop, as well as a nice microwave here. Double sink with a draining cover here, and everything has been winterized, so it's not able to show you how that works, but we did check it out and it does work properly. Your thermostats are located here. There's one for the back, one for the cabin, and then one for the front. You just scroll through by pushing the bottom button till you get to auto fan. You can turn on high or low. Heat. You can run the heat up. The heat runs on your LP. And the AC runs on 30 amps. If you have two AC units, which I believe you do, you want to make sure you're plugged into 50 amps. You do not want to run two units on 30 amps. It will not, it may burn up the second unit, or it won't work properly at all. Down here, you have the only 110 switch, which is your fan. Come on back to the back room. You hear the furnace running. With a nice bunkhouse. Slide outs on each side, as well as the rear bath. Light and fan. Nice shower. Toilet. The toilet is where you're going to put your black tank chemicals. In order to operate your toilet, if it was not winterized, you push the foot pedal slightly until water ran in, and as you see, the antifreeze running in now, but does not run out, and you'll push that until the level of the toilet is where you wish to have it for the use you used to have. After you've used the toilet, you'll push the valve all the way down, and that will flush the toilet. It's also where you're going to put your black tank chemicals. Your black tank chemicals are good for approximately 7 days. If you've not dumped your unit in 7 days, you'll need to add some chemicals, or go ahead and dump and then put more chemicals in. I suggest that the first thing you do when you get to the campsite is put chemicals in your tank before you start to do anything. Then once you've dumped your tank, even if you're leaving and going home, I put chemicals in my tank along with some water, and then that will wash off the sensors and also keep the tank smelling nice and fresh. As we come on back through the cabin, we'll go up to the master and the bathroom up here. This bathroom, the toilet operates the same way, with the foot pedal on the right side. And as you can see from the antifreeze, we've winterized the unit. You want to lock this before you travel. That way doors will not slide, and you won't have more than 3 doors when you get to your campsite. Nice sink, medicine cabinet, fan for ventilation, your light switch, and your GFI. Anything close to water will be hooked to that GFI. Bedroom, nice big queen size bed. Light switch here, in and out of the slides here. And then as we come on around, like slow rise blinds and emergency exit if you need it. You have a washer and dryer hookup, and lights for your nice walk-in closet. 2 sliding doors so that you don't have to walk in actually. There's lights on both sides of the bed, nice reading lights. That pretty much takes care of the walkthrough for your unit. If you have any questions once you've received your unit, don't hesitate to call. Ask for anyone who does walkthroughs. We'll be happy to answer your questions. And we want to thank you for buying your unit from Homans.